What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing what to do when a resident needs labs drawn and also what to do when you receive results. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. Like this video, leave some comments. Absolutely love when you guys leave comments, so please do that. And watch the ads, okay? Please watch the ads. Thank you. All right, so of course I have my notes here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I got my AirPod today, y'all, so let's do this. So I have a scenario here, and we're just gonna go by that. So the MD visits the facility and orders routine labs for Miss Johnson. So I'm going to go over labs that are basically drawn when it's routine. So they're normally going to do a CBC, which is a complete blood count, and it's good to know what every lab is, so you can kind of know if when the labs come back, you'll know if you know what's kind of going on with the resident. You don't have to like be accurate, like, you know, but you'll know kind of a picture of what's going on with the resident yourself before you even contact the doctor. But let's get back on track. So CBC, like I said, it's a complete blood count. CBC checks the red, white, and the platelets. When you get the CBC check, you can see anemia, heart disease, autoimmune disease, leukemia, and things like cancer. So it's good to get the CBC check regularly. Y'all know how I can't talk half the time. All right, so the next one is the BMP, and the BMP is a basic metabolic panel, and it checks the kidney functions, lung function, blood sugar level, and electrolytes. So when you get this test, you can check for lung problems, kidney problems, diabetes, and pre-diabetes, I believe. So next we have the CMP. It's the complete metabolic panel, and this test covers the same as the BMP, but it gives you more additional information about the liver function. So that's a really good one as well. The next thing we have is the Lipid Panel, and this checks for cholesterols and fats. Like, I'm just gonna say fats because I don't feel like trying to pronounce that other word. Triglycerides. I know how to say it. I just thought I would mess up. Cholesterol and triglycerides in the blood, and it can also detect the buildup of plaque in your arteries. So this is good to check early on so you can catch things like coronary artery disease. So that's very good. And also next will be the nutrient test, which will test for your minerals and your vitamins, such as vitamin D and vitamin B12, and also your iron. The next one that we have is the A1C, and this is for diabetic patients. It gives you an overall picture of the blood sugar. So you would definitely see this ordered if you have a diabetic patient. And then the last one that I have on the list is TSH, which is a thyroid panel, and it checks the thyroid glands. And you know that the thyroid regulates your hormones. It can affect your mood, your metabolism, your energy level, and things like that. So you will see this order a lot for people that have thyroid issues, of course. All right, so yeah. So like I said, the MD came in, he ordered CBC, BMP, CMP, Lipid Panel, nutrient test, A1C, and TSH. So by the looks of this, you can already say that your resident is a diabetic patient and they have issues with their thyroid. All right, so we're gonna move on. We got the orders. So when the MD gives you the orders, whether that he give it to you verbally or he just jotted down, whatever the case may be. Well, he giving it to us verbal because we said he came into the facility. So he's going to give you the verbal order. You're going to fill out the order form in the chart, and you're also going to put the order in the computer. Normally, the 11 to 7 shift takes over the labs, but I just like to go ahead and do it personally so I can know that it has been done. So you've put the order, wrote the order out in the chart on the order form, and you put it in the computer. So your next step, you're going to also order the labs. And the way you order them now, facilities are different. Some of them have this system in the computer where you go and order it through the computer and it goes directly to the labs. And some want you to call and order. So we're gonna say we had to call. So when you call the lab, they're gonna have a lab book. The lab book is gonna have the number on it, and it's also gonna have a lab form that you have to fill out. I think I have one. And normally it's a hospital that comes and do the labs, and they come like early in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning. So this is a lab form. This is a lab form. And it has all of the labs on here listed. And all the good stuff that you need to fill out. Yeah. So you just basically go down and do the check box on whatever is going on. And then you have to also answer the questions at the top that's related to the resident. You have to put their insurance number and all that good stuff at the top. And then of course you have different copies, and the lab will get the copy that they need. So this needs to be placed in the lab book and left on the countertop when it's time for them to come and pick up the lab. So make sure this form is filled out because they are going to need this. And make sure you always put the room number on the form. Like I said, different facilities require different things, but this is what we have to have. You have to have the diagnosis on here, the room number, and also a face sheet. The resident face sheet has to go with this. The face sheet is going to give them all the information that they need, but you still have to fill out the top part with the, the name, the gender, the date of birth, and things like that. All right, so we've put the order in the chart. We put it in the computer, and the order in the computer. So now we're about to call the lab. So when you call the lab, you tell them what order when you call the lab, you're going to tell them you need to place an order. Okay, so they're going to ask for the resident's name, date of birth, room number, and the ordering doctor. You're going to tell them that you want to order a CBC, CMP, BMP, nutrient test, lipid panel, TSH, A1C. Okay? And then most of the time they're going to ask you what's the reason that you're ordering the test, and you're just going to say that it's a routine test. But if it's not a routine test and it's stat, you're going to also let them know that it's stat. But sometimes when you tell them that stat, they're going to still tell you that, okay, our normal time is such and such. We come in at this time. We might not be able to come early. Like every time I order lab, they are never able to come early. They always come on the routine time, which is like 5 o'clock in the morning. So that's their stat, I guess. So anyways, if they can come early, you just let them know. If it's a routine test, they'll come at their expected time. And if it's stat, they'll get there within an hour or two. So they're going to go over the order with you, and they're going to give you a confirmation number. And they're also going to tell you what to have ready when they arrive, which is this. It's going to have to be filled out with the face sheet, with the room number on it. So make sure, like I said, you have this inside of the notebook that they have available for you. The lab tech is going to come to the nurse's station. They're going to look through the book. They're going to see who all needs labs. So everything like this, the face sheet needs to be in there so they can just come in and do what they have to do and leave. They don't like waiting. They just like to come in, stick, leave. And it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, so want to go ahead and get the show on the road. They already have to wake up residents, fight with residents. Most of the time, the residents refuse because it's too early in the morning for somebody to be sticking you in your arm. All right, so yeah, we filled out everything. They came and drawed the labs. So next thing is the results have came back. So the results normally come back on 73 shift. They're gonna come back on 73 shift. You might not. That's why it's important to make sure that the fax machine and the printer is working, because a lot of times people miss out on labs because the machine is not working. So if you're on a 73 shift, make sure when you come in, tell the supervisor or let somebody know, make sure everything is operating right. So that way you won't miss any labs, because labs are very important. It's going to tell us how the resident is doing. So we need that. So the results have came back. I myself personally look over the labs first and see what's abnormal. If we have something that's really, really high, if we have something that's really, really low, I'll compare it to a previous lab that they've already had. I'll look over it, and then I'll take it to the supervisor, my supervisor, and let them look over it. If you don't have a supervisor, just look over it yourself. You can determine what's high and low, because it's going to also tell you out beside it. It's going to tell you whether it's high or low. It's going to give you the lab value. So that's perfect. So like I said, I'll look over it, examine it, write down what needs to be, told to the physician, so I won't have to go over the whole lab. If it's normal, you don't need to go over it. All right, so after I've informed the supervisor and looked over it, I'm going to call the MD and report the labs. Let them know what's looking different, what's abnormal. And I'll also fax a copy over to he or she. So after that, they're going to either give me orders to order new labs, or order medications, or they're going to give me orders. Once they give me orders, I'm going to, read back over the orders with them, put them in the chart on the order form, put them in the computer, inform the supervisor of the new orders, and also remember to report these new orders off to the next nurse. Don't forget that. So once that has been done, now either he's going to give new orders or say everything is okay. If he say everything's okay, you're just going to put the labs in the chart, let the supervisor know that he okayed everything, let the resident know that he okayed everything. But if he did not okay everything, he gave new orders, we're going to, like I said, do them in the computer, do them in the chart, let the supervisor know. Okay, so, yeah, so once we've put everything in the computer and done all of that, we're gonna also inform the family member. I lost my train of thought. We're gonna also inform the family member and the resident of the changes. Let them know, okay, your labs came back. This is what the doctor wants to do. Blase, blase. And then just document everything. Put the labs in the chart. In the area that they need to go in, it's going to say labs on the tab, so make sure you put it under that. And I think that is it after that. Hold on, y'all, because I'm cooking and I smell it, so let me go check my food. I cannot wait to get my hands on them collard greens, y'all. So ooh, they so good. I tasted them, and when this cornbread get done, I'm gonna put this chow chow on it, and we're gonna go to work. So what did I leave off at? I'm just gonna go over everything that I said because I'm basically finished. What are you doing? So we got company. So I'm just gonna go over everything, and then I'm gonna close the video out. So once again, we went over what to do when a resident needs labs drawn and what to do when you receive the results. It's okay. So, like I said, the MD is going to give you the orders. You're going to fill out the order form, and you're also going to put the order in the computer. You're going to call and order the labs. You're going to leave everything that, what did I do with the paper? You're going to leave everything that the phlebotomist is going to need when they come, the lab tech, which is the form, the face sheet, and all that good stuff. All that needs to be left in the folder that they have, the designated folder. And then once the orders come back, you're going to want to call the MD, inform the supervisor, get the new orders, put them in a chart, put them in a computer document, let the family member know, let the resident know, and everybody that needs to know about the new orders, make sure you let them know and inform them. And also document that you told them, because they'll say that nobody told them. So make sure you do that. And like I said, normally the 11 to 7 shift take care of the labs, but for me, myself, I like to do them so I can make sure they're being done, because a lot of times labs get looked over, and then resident go days and days without their labs being done, and then they have critical, and then we have a problem. Because if you have a critical lab that comes back, you have to be dead on top of it. You can't throw it down, sit it down. You need to be calling the doctor, letting them know this is this, so they can go ahead and do orders, and you can go ahead and get the medication in. So when pharmacy run, they can, drop the medicine off as soon as they can. So that's basically it when it comes to labs. It's really not too hard, as long as you do not throw them to the side. Make sure you pay attention to the labs and make sure you get them done. This is something that's very important and something that does not need to be overlooked in healthcare, because it tells you the overall health of the resident and lets you know how, everything is functioning, their kidneys, their lungs, the blood sugar, the thyroid, all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Please leave me a big like, leave some comments. I love when you guys leave comments. I need the comments. If you need to add any more to it for the other subscribers, make sure you guys jot that down if I left something off. Watch the ads. I need you to watch the ads, okay? So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, leave some comments. I'll see you guys in the next video, because I gotta go eat. Once again, I hope this was helpful. What you say?
It's time for your checkup.
Okay, is my checkup over? Okay, am I doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And you be a doctor to Daddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.